Hello and welcome to my channel, Inner Alchemy Tarot. Today's reading is all about everything you need to know right now. And if you're new to pick a card readings, here's how it works. You'll pick a pile that resonates with you the most. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. This is pile number 3, and this is pile number 4. And there will be a timestamp so that you can pick on the pile that most resonates with you. And there are different ways to pick. You can pause this video and just look at the cards, or I will provide a meditation for you to connect in with your heart to see which pile resonates with your heart right now the most, because your heart is your North Star and will always lead you in the right direction. Or, you can also watch the whole thing and then afterwards see which one resonates with you the most right now. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the meditation. I will see you at your reading. Make sure you're not driving. Sit comfortably. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth, and focus on your heart. Breathe in very slowly, a big deep breath, and a very slow exhale. Breathe in very slowly through your nose, and a very slow exhale. In through your nose, and a very slow exhale. We're going to do a quick body scan, beginning with your head, now your heart. Notice the sensations in your body. Now we're going to focus on each pile while focusing in on our heart. Focus in on pile 1. Take a deep breath and notice the sensations in your body, and especially your heart. Does pile number 1 resonate with you? Now focus on pile number 2. Take a deep breath and notice the sensations in your heart. And focus on pile number 3. Take a deep breath and notice the energy in your heart chakra. I hope you enjoyed that meditation. I'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is all about everything you need to know right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. We've got a couple of tarot cards coming up here. 8 of Emotions. And 10 of Wands. Okay, what I'm picking up from these 2 cards is that right now, pile number 1, you are carrying burdens for everyone else around you. You are carrying burdens for everyone else around you, and you're now realizing with this 8 of Emotions here, that is coming clear to you. The truth of that is coming clear to you right now, and you're ready to drop all of these burdens and start doing more for yourself in your life. You don't always have to come in and rescue everyone else. So that's what's been going on for you for a while, is you are carrying everyone else's burdens and doing way too much for everyone else and not enough for yourself. And what she doesn't realize in the 10 of Wands is that you can just drop all of those burdens whenever you want and just start walking your own path and get your energy back. And with the 8 of Emotions, this is what you'll be doing really soon, is seeing the truth of this and then walking away and taking back your own energy so that you can walk your own path. Okay, got a mystical shaman, lightning. All right. When I see this card come in, it means that you've had a lightning bolt moment. And what I mean by that is something happened that deeply resonated in your soul. And when you get a lightning bolt moment, it's that aha moment when you get chills running all up and down your body, like you can literally feel the electricity. This lightning bolt moment is coming up for you. It hasn't happened yet, but after you drop these burdens and then walk away, take back your energy, then you'll open up to that lightning bolt moment, that moment of insight. And I've had a couple of lightning bolt moments, not like it's not a small thing. It's something that kind of turns your world upside down. So look out for that coming up in your near future, a lightning bolt moment. Okay, we've got a Kuan Yin card, Daughter of the Phoenix. And with this Daughter of the Phoenix card coming in, what I'm seeing for you, pile number one, is when you drop those burdens, when you realize you don't have to carry it anymore, you get that lightning bolt moment. And then the Daughter of the Phoenix is like the metaphor of the phoenix rising from the ashes. So your life is about to go through a transformational process, and you will rise like the phoenix from the ashes, from being this burdened, exhausted person to this Daughter of the Phoenix energy, with her sitting on her throne, feeling confident and whole within herself. We've got an angel blessing coming in, gratitude. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is that you will be grateful that you finally saw the light and dropped your burdens. You will be so grateful that you made the choice to choose yourself going forward. And you'll have such a feeling of relief and gratitude that you did make the choice to say no and set those boundaries with people that you haven't been able to set boundaries with before. But you will be so grateful that you did, and that you were able to have the strength to set those boundaries with people in your life. All right, let's see what's up next. What do you really want? So pile number one, I have the feeling that you've been asking everyone else, what do you want? This card is about discerning what you want for yourself and not what others want for you. When you do drop the burden, other people's burdens, you'll be able to have more clarity about what it is you do want going forward. But that's a choice you have to make. That's a choice you have to make. So ask yourself, what do you really want? Like, if there were no limits, what would you do if you had an unlimited amount of money and an unlimited amount of time? It's time to ask yourself, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? And really get honest with yourself. All right, we've got another oracle. Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. Second chances bring success. The message for this card is that after a struggle, there will be success. You'll receive an insight, and you'll be able to move forward into an empowered place of leadership in your own life. So this card is perfect. It just kind of wraps up everything that we just talked about. So going forward, you'll be able to follow your own path after a struggle, and then success after a failure. So feeling burdened down by past failures, but being able to gain this insight and move through it and having an irreversible success. So yeah, that's a great card. Let's go ahead and look at your next one. Fire. Ooh, okay. got that fire energy. All right, so with this fire energy card coming in, the fire energy is the divine masculine. So just the energy of being passionate about something, getting out there and doing it and making this dream happen. So it seems like you'll be given an idea, this lightning bolt moment that you'll then feel so passionate about that you'll get out there and do whatever it takes to make it happen. Beautiful. And then, you know, the daughter of the phoenix, like the phoenix rising from the ashes with that fire energy. All right, you've got it. This is a roomy card. Whoa, the dissolving light. Oh my gosh. I've worked with this deck a lot and I've never seen that. Wow, that is beautiful. And the energy of this card, the dissolving light, it's a very intense card with a very intense energy. And it's about burning up those layers of self that do not serve. And it's happening from within you. It will happen as soon as you make the choice to drop those burdens and plug up those energy leaks from always doing for everyone else. As soon as you make that choice to drop that, the intensity of this energy, the intensity of your soul and your passion will just burn up those layers. You will shed those layers of what is not true, like old limiting beliefs, that you're not worthy. That stuff will just burn up in the light of your soul. Like literally this card just means your soul is going to feel like it's on fire, but in a good way, with like passion and joy and vibrancy, and that the phrase, that French phrase, the joie de vivre, like the joy of life, that is going to be coming through for you. There's a lot of fire energy in this reading so far. First of all, with the lightning bolt moment after you drop your burdens, and then the daughter of the phoenix rising from the ashes, and then the fire card and the dissolving light. So I just see this just unfolding beautifully for you. You're going to be just a different person. You're going to feel so different, and then you are going to feel so grateful that going forward you made the choice to follow your own passion and your own soul's path. So, wow, that is just beautiful. Oh, and I'm also seeing some repeating number patterns that I want to point out. Okay, here we have some repeating threes and the number 30, and here this card is number 3 and 3 and the number 37. So the number 3, what that means is it's a sacred number. To me, it means your ascended masters are close by, like your guides and ascended masters are guiding you along. So make sure you look to your guides and your team of light for help. And then you've got some repeating sevens. Oh, so you've got 7 here in the number 17, 7 and 27, and then 37. So 7 is the number of good luck. So you've got some good luck headed your way going forward. Okay, we've got a rune coming in. Okay, so this is the rune of partnership. It could be with a romantic partner or a business partnership, but I think for you, pile number 1, it is a union with your higher self, by judging by this card. So that is what's going on. That is, I think this rune goes right along with the dissolving light. So you're going to be melding in with your higher self, merging with your higher self and your higher path. So I think that this rune is just coming in to kind of underscore that point there of you coming into union with your own soul. Okay, we have got a star seed card coming in. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So pile number 1, I am getting that before And, before you were not someone who really followed their intuition very much. But with this moment of insight that you will be having, you're going to start following your intuition. And sometimes your intuition doesn't make sense. Sometimes you'll be guided to do things that your socially conditioned mind would kind of poo-poo and say, oh, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to do that. But what this card is asking you to do is start following that intuition going forward, even if it doesn't make sense. If you feel like it's right within your soul and in your heart, but everyone around you is telling you, no, this isn't the right step, or they can't understand why you're making a certain decision. But if it feels right to you, you've got to follow that and you've got to stand strong. And I see with this card, the Daughter of the Phoenix, that you'll be doing just that going forward, just being in that empowered energy. Building that connection to your intuition is like building a muscle. Just by following those little steps and that little guidance, you build up the courage and the trust to follow your own intuition. Even if it doesn't make sense right now, you'll get confirmation later that that was the right path. The example that I'm thinking of is okay, so you're going out with a friend for dinner, and you're someone who normally says, where do you want to eat? And the other person says, well, I don't know, where do you want to eat? And it goes back and forth like that. But you really know where you want to go, but you just want to make sure that the other person gets what they want. But you know which choice lights you up and which choice doesn't. So start following your intuition and go for it and say, hey, I think we should go here. My intuition is telling me we should go here. And just go for it and see what happens. And just following those little insights will help you get started on that path. Okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. All right. The message of this card goes right along with what we talked about in the beginning of the reading with this Eight of Emotions, just leaving those burdens behind in the end of a tough cycle and getting that second chance. But it's also about working hard and heading in the direction of your dreams and doing whatever it takes to make your dreams come true. And are you willing to do that? And with this fire energy here coming in the energy of lightning, I see that you'll have plenty of passion and fuel to make all of your dreams come true. All right, we've got one more card, Bright Baby. And this is a card of new beginnings and beginning a new path in your life, and also connecting to that original purity and essence of your soul with the dissolving light card coming in. And I think that's all I have for you today, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please like and subscribe below. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is all about everything you need to know right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. All right. Menkyo Kaden, Initiation Attunement. And Beta of Spirit Wolf. All right. So what's coming through here is that there's a healing modality where people literally use tuning forks to align and balance your chakras. So that specifically is coming through for you, pile number 2, that healing modality would be really good for you to align your chakras. And that modality is called sound attunement. So Beta of Spirit Wolf. This Beta of Spirit Wolf card has been coming up in almost every one of my videos that I've done recently. It's like it comes up in at least one pile in every one of my videos. And I think it's because there's an epidemic of people being in beta all the time. When your brain is in beta, that is the state our brain needs to be in to get things done, which is good. But what happens is if our brain is in beta constantly, it leads to anxiety disorders. And so pile number 2, you are in beta a lot. So what I'm picking up pile number 2 is that for you constantly have all of your problems spin cycling through your mind. Like you're constantly on the hamster wheel of everything that you need to do, everything that's going wrong, everything that like you'll never get everything done, and you're constantly running through that in your mind. Would be, and this is a technique from Eckhart Tolle, it's if you just stop in the moment and ask yourself, do I have a problem right now? And the answer is usually no, because all of those problems running through your mind is just an illusion. It's not, none of that is really going on right now. It's just all in your mind. I think this beta of Spirit Wolf is coming up too because the world has been crazy for a little while now, and people are just having a hard time dealing with all the stress and all the changes going on in the world. So that is what is coming through for you for that card. Just and I will also put a link to Eckhart Tolle's book, Practicing the Power of Now. There's all sorts of helpful tools and techniques for getting in the present moment. So I will put a link in the description below for that. And let's go ahead and look at your tarot. You got the Empress coming in. And you've also got an astrology, Lilith. All right. So with the energy of the Empress coming in, the Empress is very sensual. The Empress enjoys the physicality of life, the physical pleasures, good food, being out in nature, enjoys, you know, she's just abundant with abundance all around her. And with the beta of the Spirit Wolf right now in your life, you've got scarcity going on. You know, there's not enough time, there's not enough energy, there's not enough. And you're taking on pile number 2, you are taking on burdens for everyone else. So this came up in pile number 1 too. You're taking on burdens for everyone else. Not only your own burdens, but you're taking on the burdens of other people. But this energy of the Empress is coming into your life right now. So it's time for you to stand up for yourself and set those boundaries with people. And with this card Lilith coming in, that means it's the feminine energy that won't back down. That's what you need in your life. The energy of the Empress coming in. In order for you to enjoy your life and the abundance you do have in your life, you're going to have to stop and enjoy the sensual pleasures in life all around you. So if you're eating a meal, just stop and be present with it. Don't just eat just to get full. Stop and just enjoy the sensual pleasures of that. And this is about your second chakra. So your sacral chakra is like the fuel for your gas tank. So your gas tank would be your solar plexus chakra. And you need to fill up your second chakra with fuel and energy so that you can fill your gas tank, so you can do all the things you want to do in life. But with the energy of the beta of Spirit Wolf, it seems like you're depleting yourself with everything you need to do for everyone else in your life. So it's time for you to set boundaries, and you're going to have to stand up for yourself and put those boundaries, and take a day to enjoy and be the Empress. Be the Empress for a day. Take a day to get a massage, go out to lunch with friends. You're going to have to make time for yourself in your life. And you are the one that's going to have to set the boundaries and say, and tell people in your life, hey, I need a day, I need some time to myself. And not just every once in a while. You know, it's going to have to be on a regular basis. It's time to start embodying this Empress energy. And this Empress energy is coming into your life. And once she enters your life, you will not back down. You will start carving out time for yourself. The first thing you could do is look into this sound attunement and make an appointment for yourself and enjoy going and doing something fun like that for yourself. That will just be fuel for you to live a vibrant and joyful life if you start doing things for yourself like that and start enjoying the present moment. Let's see what we've got here. Next, the Good Geisha. Okay. All right. The Good Geisha. This card means that you're wearing a mask. Like underneath, if you look at her, she's crying, her mascara's running. So underneath, you're crying, but you're wearing a mask, and no one would ever know that you're hurting or you're tired or you're because you just put up a good front to everybody. And you want everybody to think that you can take it all on and do it all the time. But you know, something's got to give. You've got to give yourself some space and show who you really are. You know, pile number 2, you're not someone who likes to be vulnerable. You're someone who likes everyone to think that they can take it all on and get it done and do it well and do it perfectly. You might be a little OCD, or you're my perfectionist pile, and you like to present that perfect face to the world, that perfect image to the world. But meanwhile, inside, you don't feel good. So it's time to start setting aside time for yourself so that you can feel good, so that you can re-energize. All right, so let's take a look. You've got an angel card coming in. Archangel Michael, stand in your power. Oh, okay. Wow. You may want to listen to pile number 1 too. Number 1 as well, because I think there was a lot of that. I did that pile the other day, but I think there was a lot of that same energy going on about standing in your power. And again, this card is about, it's related to this Lilith card and the Empress. Just the Empress, she stands in her own power. She takes up space in the world. She takes up space in her life. She is very empowered, and she puts up her boundaries and will not back down for anyone, because she knows in order to give, she has to have a full cup. So this is about standing in your power. This is about working on your second and third chakra, your sacral and your solar plexus chakras. Your solar plexus chakra is your personal power chakra, the yellow chakra, the chakra for personal power. So getting your chakras aligned by the sound tuning practitioner would be a perfect way to get this ball rolling and get yourself out of the beta brainwaves and start expressing your power and taking off that mask and letting people around you know that you're no longer willing to put yourself last. All right, we've got the Goblin. The wounded human ego. Okay. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is that we talked about putting up boundaries and letting people know that, you know, you need to schedule time for you in your life to have fun. I know a lot of people rely on you, but it's time. But this may be their reaction, this Goblin card. Because they're used to you being a certain way, and when when you change and start taking your power back, well, the people around you may not like it. They're going to react like that. When you put up your boundaries, people do react like that. They get upset, it triggers them, but they're just going to have to get over it. And people that can't get over it, well, maybe they don't need to be in your life to begin with. So that doesn't mean that people don't have the right to get upset, but they're just going to have to understand that it's time for you to be in your own power and start enjoying your life. Because YOLO, sorry. Oh, you only live once, so you'll only have this one incarnation in this particular body with this living out this particular life. So you might as well enjoy it, because if you're never leaving space for yourself, there's no way you can enjoy the abundance all around you. Okay, we've got a Kuan Yin card, Shining Lotus. All right. Okay. The message with this card is there's something within you that you need to express. And I'm picking up that it's from you need to express it to your significant other, your partner. There's something you've been holding back that you're not expressing. You've been holding it back, but you have a right to express your emotions. You may be in a lot of pain underneath the facade, and it's time to have a compassionate witness to this and sit down with your significant other and tell them, look, I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm stretched too thin. I can't be everything to everybody all the time. I need some time. I need some space. And then once you put up those boundaries and you get that truth out there in the world and take up your space, the shining lotus will bloom. And so the lotus flower is a flower that grows in the mud. It starts out in the mud and comes up through the mud to reveal this beautiful flower. Once you share your truth with your significant other, you'll just feel so relieved. You won't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders anymore. And you'll feel like this Empress energy in the shining lotus. And you may be surprised. Your significant other and people around you may totally get it. Okay, we've got an astrology card, 12th house, escape. Okay, so we have here the 12th house, escape. And I'm sorry, I think my neighbor's using his weed eater, so I'm sorry if you all can hear that, but we'll just try to ignore it. So right now you feel like you're in a fog. The next best step is that you've got to find your way back to yourself, back to your own center. The way to do that is there's a technique. It's by Dr. Martha Beck. It's finding your last hot track, she uses the metaphor of like a tracker tracking animals in the jungle. So she calls it finding your last hot track. In other words, if you lose the trail, a tracker, if they lose the trail of an animal, like let's say they're trying to find a rhinoceros, if they lose the trail of this rhinoceros, then they're just kind of lost and they don't know where to go from there. So what they do is they go back to the last hot track, the last track that they saw, and they retrace their steps and go from there. So to find your way out, to escape from this fog of the 12th house, that means find your last joyful moment. Find your last moment where you experienced an aha or a moment of joy. And that's where you'll start finding your way back to yourself. So if you experienced a moment of joy listening to your favorite 80s song, go back to that and listen to that song again. And start backtracking to find those moments of joy so you can find your way back to yourself. And so that lotus flower within will begin to blossom as you connecting with yourself and your soul. So go back and retrace your steps and find those moments of joy, and start repeating those moments of joy. Like listen to your favorite song if that's the last time you felt joyful, or like if there was a cat video on YouTube that made you laugh, go back and listen to that. So start connecting the dots, and before you know it, you'll build up momentum back to yourself and finding your path forward. All right, so let's see what's next here. Inner warrior, trust that you have power. Okay, so the meaning of this card is just believe in yourself. And what Spirit wants you to know about it is that you need to start using the power of your intention to create your life, to create the life that you want to create. So if you have an intention to start creating some space for yourself where you get to connect in with yourself, then you set your intention, but you follow it up by action. That's key. That's going to be key for you. You can say to yourself, I intend to do something just for myself this week. And then you schedule your appointment to go get a massage or whatever it is. But make sure you're following up those intentions with action. With intention and action, you'll start creating a whole new life and get connected back in with yourself. But you're going to have to be this inner warrior, intending to believe in yourself, intending to connect back in with your soul and your center again. And you know, this pattern is repeating again with this Archangel Michael. Stand in your power and trust that you have power. So you're going to have to just know that you have it within yourself to create the life that you want. All right, soul retrieval. With the card of soul retrieval, the message is, or the question you can ask yourself, when did you start compromising yourself in order to get approval or to be loved? So go back and see when that first started. I'm getting that pile number 2 has a strong people pleaser energy, and that can start way back in childhood, where we get pats on the back and reinforcement for doing things for other people, and we can start on that habit of losing ourselves in that game of getting that positive reinforcement from people around us for doing something for them. But in the process, you slowly lose yourself over time. You lose touch with yourself, and that's why you feel like you're in a fog and you don't know who you are right now. And so the soul retrieval is asking you, when did you first start doing that? When did you first start losing yourself for that approval? And just kind of reflect on that question and shine a light on it and see what comes up for you. The Hierophant. All right. The message that Spirit wants you to know from this card is that you're following in your parents' footsteps in a way. You're following a social structure that you saw growing up, and one or both of your parents were people pleasers and always doing things for others, always, putting everyone else before themselves and their own needs. So you saw that as a child growing up and internalized that and adopted that mindset and that belief system. So that's why the Hierophant is coming in. All right, we've got another card, Knot of Isis, energetic stabilization with the Buckle of the Beloved. All right. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is, in order to stabilize your energy and start taking your energy back and plug up some of those energy holes, because you're already spread in too many directions anyway, is to lay off of social media. Like, not that you have to totally quit, but don't get on there every day, because what social media is reinforcing for you, pile number two, is that needing that external validation and feeling like you have to constantly give validation to everyone else. It's reinforcing that people pleaser mentality for you. So it would be a good idea to do a social media cleanse for a little while, or just not get on social media as much as you usually do, because it's just reinforcing that pattern for you. One thing you can do, because it is so tempting, it is so addictive, one thing you can do is just turn off your notifications for a day, so you won't get any of the notifications, because it's hard to resist when you see a notification like, someone made a comment on Facebook about your photo you posted. So turning off notifications would be a good idea if you want to take a break. But yeah, getting off of social media is really going to stabilize your energy and plug up some energy holes. And it's going to take the energy and focus off that I must give everyone validation all the time, and then, wanting to receive that external approval and validation from everyone else. So that's really going to be helpful for you, that little cleanse. And then, all right, let's see, we got Moonology, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. The message for this card is that so Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. Pisces rules the 12th house, the last sign of the zodiac. So here we have more Pisces energy showing up. But so this is about endings. Since it's the last sign of the zodiac, this is about endings for you, pile number two. And what's going to be ending for you is the balance between spirituality and practicality is way out of whack. You are focusing on all practicality and barely any spirituality. With, we talked about you not having any time for yourself at all and connecting with your spirit. So that is about to end. The balance between spirituality and practicality being totally out of whack. You're about ready to start focusing more on your spirit going forward. So that's going to put that back into balance. Okay, you've got one more card here. The High Priestess. Okay. All right, you've got 3 major arcana cards that came in here. So you've got some big energy moving through your life here. So with the High Priestess here, that just goes right along with what we just talked about with this card here. You're going to be going from not paying any attention to your spirit at all to tuning into your intuition, really getting to know yourself, really finding yourself in that spiritual center with the energy of the High Priestess coming in here. And the energy of the Empress tuning into the small pleasures in life and owning your own power with this divine feminine warrior spirit here. And so you've got a lot of divine feminine energy moving into your life, and you standing in your truth. And the Shining Lotus card, the Shining Lotus energy coming in. But this is about you connecting to your intuition, connecting to your spirit and your soul going forward, and putting spirituality and practicality back into balance. I think that's all I have for you today, pile number two. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you did enjoy this reading, please like and subscribe and make a comment down below and tell me what resonated. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about everything you need to know right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at your first oracle. Sever vows of poverty. Okay. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all the effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. And so pile number 3, what Spirit wants you to know from this card is there was a past life, or maybe a few past lives, where you made a vow of poverty or self-denial. It could have been a life where you were a monk or a nun, or some lifetime where you made a vow of poverty. Okay, so you can undo this by doing visualization. You can, just imagine your auric field and the energetic cords going from your energy field to those past lives with those vows of poverty. And I like to bring in Archangel Michael for this particular meditation. And you can say, in the name of divine love, I now sever the vows of poverty that I made through this lifetime and in any other lifetimes. And so it is. And you can imagine Archangel Michael using his sword to cut those ties, or you can just simply imagine the ties disintegrating, going up in smoke, or just whatever, just a simple visualization. Or you can imagine yourself ripping up the contract, or just whatever visualization resonates with you. And just say, I let these vows of poverty go in the name of divine love, under grace and perfect ways, and so it is. Luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. And so this is a really great card. This means Jupiter is the planet. Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is ruled by good luck. And what's coming through here is that your luck is going to be changing as far as finances go with this new moon in Sagittarius. So expect your luck to change. If you've been going through a time where you felt like funds were tight, your luck is changing in that respect. And also, this card right by the severed the vows of poverty means that you deserve to have abundance. Just know that you do deserve it. You do deserve to live an abundant life. No guilt. All right, we've got your first tarot card coming in. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and so what I'm seeing here is there is that gift of abundance coming into your life with the Knight of Pentacles literally holding a gold coin coming towards you. So your financial future is definitely on the upswing, and you'll be getting a gift of abundance from the universe. All right, let's look at your next card. Archangel Haniel, loving truth. Speaking your truth from the reservoir of love will attract all forms of love. All right. And what this card is speaking to is changing your story around money, because it sounds like, pile number 3, that you've had a negative story around money going way back, even to past lives. So it's time to, if you have been telling a negative story about money, like limiting beliefs, like there's never enough, I don't deserve, I'll never be abundant, or any sort of story like that, it's time to turn that story around, because the universe has a gift for you. The universe is offering you a gift, but the universe also wants you to get in line with that loving truth about money and abundance, and not stay stuck in the past. Because you've probably experienced in this lifetime as well negative stories around money and negative stories around not having enough, or that you don't deserve. So start examining your stories around money, because that's going to affect what shows up in your life. And the universe wants you to know that it's time for you to be abundant, but you've got to welcome it in with questioning those negative money stories. Okay, let's take a look at you've got another tarot coming in. Ooh, Three of Voices. Three of Voices. Okay. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is that right now, pile number 3, some of you may be feeling sad. Some of you may be feeling heartbroken for some reason. But this card is coming through to let you know that the universe, your guides, your team of light is with you during this time. And the universe wants you to know that even though you're feeling sad, disappointed, and heartbroken, that your luck is about to change, and that it won't stay this way forever. The universe wants to encourage you that even though you're going through a tough time, experiencing strong emotions, it's not going to last forever, and that soon your luck will change with this Knight of Pentacles bringing his gift in. And with the card of Archangel Haniel speaking your truth from the reservoir of love, that is the truth. Even if you're feeling disappointed, even if a door slammed in your face and you're feeling just rejected or disappointed or heartbroken in some way, just know that everything is rigged in your favor. And the universe always has a loving intention for you, and the universe is with you the whole way. Even though we may experience strong emotions and disappointment and feel terrible at times, that doesn't mean that the universe isn't there, and your guides aren't there for you. They are there for you, just watching over you every step of the way and through the tough times too. So the universe just wants to encourage you that even though you're feeling bad right now, that your luck is changing. All right, we've got Mystical Shaman card, the Beloved. Okay. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is that you are going to be having a new romantic relationship come into your life. So if you've been disappointed in the past, in the recent past, that the universe wants to give you the encouraging message that soon in the near future that you will be meeting a new romantic partner in the near future. So that's exciting. Pile number 3. Let's see, restriction. Okay. And with the card of restriction coming in, the message that's coming through is that I heard the words access denied. So a door slammed in your face in some area of your life, and it caused you to go on a different path in some way. It caused you to redirect your path and to send you on a different trajectory, because the universe is trying to line you up with your abundance and this new romantic partner. But right now you feel like access denied, like you're being denied what you want, but the universe is just trying to direct you to what is meant for you. So Spirit really wants to encourage you that everything really is working out in your favor, even though right now you don't feel that way. It truly is, and in hindsight, looking back, you'll see that this is exactly the way that it was meant to be, so that things could work out perfectly for you, so that things could line up. All right. Initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. So the message of this card is that you may be suffering right now, but it's not needless suffering. It has a purpose, and I'm getting the image of like a piece of coal underneath that intense pressure that becomes a diamond. So you're going through a spiritual initiation right now, which doesn't feel good, but through the hardest times, that's when we learn our biggest lessons. And I've learned this time and time again, when things seem to be going wrong, when things aren't working out like they're supposed to, it's because you're meant to learn a lesson in some way. So just by accepting this and surrendering into that, and know that The universe wants the best for you. The universe wants you to live your highest destiny always. And sometimes that means going through a time where things get tough, because that's when you develop your strength. That's when you develop your spiritual strength. That's when you develop your personal power, knowing that you can survive anything. So you may be going through this not feeling so great time right now, but you'll look back and see why later. But just know that the universe wants you to be hopeful that things will change, because when you're right in the middle of something, a big heartache, a big disappointment, it just feels like things are going to stay like that forever. But that's never the case. Things are always changing. You can always count on change and evolution in the world. And you wouldn't be going through this initiation, you wouldn't be going through this tough time if the universe didn't think you could handle it. So that is why you're experiencing this, to get you up to the next level. All right, you got a tarot coming in. The Queen of Swords. So after you've been through this initiation period, it is going to improve your discernment. You're going to be able to make decisions in the future, not based on emotions. You won't be carried away by emotions so much after this initiation. You'll be making decisions based on your own discernment, because you're going to be cutting away thoughts that don't serve and cutting away the vows of poverty like we talked about in the beginning. So you're going to be cutting away thoughts that don't serve. And that is going to end up being the energy of the Queen of Swords. You're going to be able to stand in your own intellect and be able to decide and make clear and concise decisions based on your own discernment. All right. Indigo Pegasus of Wisdom. This card goes right along with the Queen of Swords. So it's about being able to discern the higher truth and being able to look at things from that higher perspective and understand with wisdom that everything is happening for a reason. It's also about releasing emotional pain and releasing the past and moving forward with that clear inner vision and discernment. All right. Heart, mind, transformative space. You make a difference. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is this is about giving yourself the time and space to let your heart heal from this heartbreak. And giving yourself that time and space is going to help your transformation, not slow it down. It's a time for cocooning. Like when the caterpillar goes to transform into a butterfly, they have the urge to cocoon. So it's time for you to just cocoon at home, like literally wrap yourself in a blanket. The more you give your heart space to heal, the stronger it will be. And if you see, there's a girl behind the door. There's a girl behind this door, and behind here there's the heart and then the sun in the shape of a heart. So behind this door is a lot of transformation and deep growth. You're not quite ready to move on from this heartbreak. Give yourself the time and space and let your heart heal, and it will be stronger for it, and then you'll be ready to open that door and let someone else in. But for right now, it's time to let your heart heal and get stronger. Let's see here. Perfume of Sophia. The message from this card has to do with the word discernment again. The discernment of knowing when it's time to give yourself space to heal and knowing when not to force something. So it's about using your discernment and connecting them with your body to know how long and how much space you need to give yourself to heal from this situation. And it's also about expanding your capacity during this time, your capacity for patience and trust in the universe, and just the development of your character. this time is going to help you with your ability to discern. And the ability to discern is a powerful ability when you start developing that. The use of your own discernment is powerful and key for living your highest destiny. All right, let's see what's next. Aquarius, I know. The energy of this Aquarius card coming in goes along with the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords goes along with the element of air in the realm of your thoughts, and so does Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, and so you're going to be streamlining your thoughts about things. You're going to be, there's the word discernment again. I know I keep on saying that, but I think that's the biggest takeaway from this reading is your powers of discernment through this transformative process are going to be just magnified, and it's going to kind of trim away thoughts that don't serve. So you're left with thoughts that do serve you going forward, and you'll be able to make better decisions from there. All right, see what's next. Children, know that your children are protected. The message that I'm getting from this card is actually that you are being protected. You are a child of the divine, and you're being protected through this process of healing. And you're feeling vulnerable right now, but know that the divine is on your side, your team of light, your angels, your guides. So you are being protected during this time while you heal. And got an astrology card, solar eclipse. All right. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is a harbinger of joy for you. That there's an opportunity for awesome things coming into your life. So that's what Spirit really wants you to know. That luck is on your side, and this is a harbinger of joy. So you've got joy coming in your life. So even though you might feel disheartened right now, just know that this energy will be shifting for you. And that's a really important message that Spirit wants you to know, because with this reading, Spirit is really wanting to encourage you and give you those positive messages so that you can get through this time with hope that things will change for the better and in a big way. With this solar eclipse energy, let's see what's next. This is happening for me, not to me. And that's just a reminder that, you know, like I said earlier, that Rumi quote about how everything is rigged in your favor. It might seem like the universe is against you right now with the way that you're feeling, but just know that this is just, like we talked about, the piece of coal becoming a diamond. You're under such pressure because the universe sees so much potential in you, because the best students get the hardest lessons. So going forward, just know that you're just a diamond in the rough being shaped into the beautiful jewel that you're meant to be. All right, your last card. Listening for truth. So what's coming through with this card is that you need to listen for your own truth. Tune into your body, ground in, listen to your heart, tune into your own truth. And if people are trying to hurry you along, telling you, oh, you should get over this heartbreak, it's time to move on, you should be over it by now, don't listen. Listen for your own truth and your own discernment, and know that when you're ready, you'll know it. Okay, pile number 3, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you found it inspiring and encouraging. And if you did, please like and subscribe and make a comment down below about what resonated with you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is all about everything you need to know right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at your first oracle, Aries. Okay, so Aries energy is all about fire energy. And fire energy is the energy of action and doing and inspiration. So Aries is about taking that little divine spark and turning that into a fire. And if you have been feeling tired or worn out lately, this card is coming in to let you know that that energy is about to change. All right, we've got a rune coming in. And the name of this rune is Kano. And the key words here are opening, fire, torch. So here we have some more fire energy coming in, but this fire energy is an energy that's going to light up the darkness. So there's an area of your life, or more than one area of your life, that has been in the dark, that you're not seeing, is not serving you. So this rune comes in to light up the darkness so that you can see what doesn't serve you anymore. Maybe there are some relationship dynamics that this energy will shine the light on so that you can transmute some energy. Basically, it lights the way so that you can see what needs to go or what needs to change or transform in your life. All right, we've got a couple of tarot coming in. The Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Hierophant, what I see with the energy of the Hierophant is that you're being called to connect to the divine, but in a specific way that involves routine, something that you would do every day to connect in with the divine. Because right now you are working towards a goal. With this Eight of Pentacles here, you are working towards a goal, and you have been working. And we talked about earlier how you might be worn out. That's why this is coming in. This rune is coming in to shine a light on something that's not working. And it may be that you're not connecting to the divine enough. You're not connecting to your spirit. Because when you connect to your spirit and the divine, you download energy that it takes. You download the energy that it takes to bring a goal to fruition. So you have been working hard on something, but Spirit wants you to know to connect in with the divine and Spirit so that you can have the energy to move forward. And that will give you that Aries spark of energy if you do connect in with your spirit on a regular routine basis. And it doesn't have to be a long time every day, but it just has to be a set routine is what I'm hearing here from Spirit. All right, let's see what's next. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. All right. The energy of this card is all about having pride in who you are. And you have been working on something for a while, so have pride in what you've done so far. And don't look at how far you have to go. Look back and see how far you've come and all the steps you've taken. And that will give you the confidence to move forward, to know that you have what it takes to bring this dream into reality, whatever it is you're working on. And this is also a very good omen for success, that whatever you are working towards will be a success. But the message is that you need to be proud of who you are and what you've done. Don't look at it from the perspective of what's going wrong, but look at it from the perspective of what's going right. And another message from this card is that if you've been kind of blending into the background, it's time for you to be in the spotlight in some way. It's time for you to show what you've done. It's time for you to tell people what you've accomplished. If you're someone who always defers the spotlight and pushes it away, well, it's time to do the opposite and let yourself bask in that spotlight, because you've worked really hard, and the more people that see what you're doing, the more energy will be put towards you accomplishing your goal. All right, we've got Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. The energy of this card is about that there is a part of you that has a lot of confidence, has a lot of courage. And then there's another part of you that may not, that ego part of you that's scared. But there's a part of you that does have the courage and confidence to bring your dream, whatever it is you're working on, to reality. So there's a part of you right now that's losing confidence. And so the energy of these two cards is very similar. And they're coming in to let you know, your ego might be telling you, oh, this is never going to happen. You've been working so hard on this. No, it's not happening. So it's time for you to get in touch with that confident part of yourself, because there is a part of yourself that started this project and has been working on it that wants to see it through. And with this card coming in, you've got, it will be successful, but you just have to keep on fighting for it with the Divine Destiny and the Path of the Divine Warrior. This card is coming in to let you know to keep going. Whatever it is you've been working on, it's a divine destiny, and keep going, and don't let your ego come in and dissuade you from accomplishing your goal. All right, let's see what we've got going on. The Juggler. All right. So you have got a busy life. You are trying to make this dream of yours come true by working really hard at it, but you've got a lot of things going on in your life. Maybe this is your side hustle that you're working on, and it's taking up a lot of your free time and your spare time, and it's wearing you out. And so that's why at the beginning of this reading, Spirit wanted you to know to connect in with the divine, and that is going to fuel your fire energy to get to accomplish this divine destiny. But the Juggler, the energy of that card is you're juggling a lot of different things. You've got a busy life. You might have kids and a side hustle and a regular job. I mean, that's a lot. That is extra. So that's why the Juggler's coming in. But the Juggler is an expert juggler, and you know what to do to get the job done. That's why this card is coming in, because Spirit wants to acknowledge you for being like this expert multitasker, and you can handle a lot, and you have been. So if another thing comes into your life, some sort of an opportunity, whatever it is, you'll be able to handle it. That is the message of this card. And let's look at Unconditional Trust. Ascended Master, Mother Mary, and Celestite, Unconditional Trust, Crystal Masters 333. What's coming through here is the quote, "Jump and the net will appear." And the net is the divine. So you've got a divine destiny that you've been working on. And what the divine wants you to know, what your spirit guides want you to know is jump and the net will appear, but you have to jump into the unknown. So there's some way you're holding back. You've got some doubts in yourself. And what Spirit wants you to know is you have no reason to doubt, because whatever it is you're trying to accomplish is a divine destiny. So if you're having doubts, your guides want you to know that there is no need to doubt, because when you're trying to accomplish something and you start moving forward, it brings up doubts. It brings up those things that need to be healed. Like with this rune here, shining a light on things that need to be healed. Whenever you do move forward, it does bring up those doubts, but only to be healed and transmuted into the confidence it will take to bring you forward. Okay. Got an angel card. Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So, yeah, your spiritual team is trying to communicate with you. And so before you go to bed, one thing you could do is first of all, put a journal by your bed with a pen right by your bed and set your intention to remember your dreams in the morning. And as soon as you wake up, write them down and see what kind of messages you start getting and see what kind of patterns come up, because your spiritual team and your higher self is trying to communicate to you on your next steps forward. Right, we've got a couple of tarot, the Hanging Man, and the Nine of Wands. What I see here is that, we talked about earlier in the reading about how you could be feeling tired and weary. So that's what I definitely see here with this Nine of Wands card coming in, that you have put in a lot of effort. You are juggling a lot of different things and multitasking, and you're coming to a point where you're feeling pretty weary about things. And with the Hanging Man coming in, this is a time to rest and regroup. If you're feeling uncertain about your next moves, it's time to just wait patiently before moving on. So give yourself a little bit of a rest before moving on with your next decision and discern what the next best step will be for you. But, with the Nine of Wands coming in, you already have put in a lot of work and success is close. Connect in with the divine and give yourself that rest so that you do have the fuel and that fire energy to move forward with this little, see, all the other torches have gone out, but he still has this spark that he's carrying. He is going to move on. He's going to go on and he's going to be successful with that persistence and tenacity. But now is the time to rest. Now is the time to give it a rest. So this card is really interesting here. I see that he's hanging upside down and he has a bunch of coins that he was holding and he's dropped them all, which makes me think of this Eight of Pentacles cards. So it's just time to drop things for a while. Just drop it if you can. Give it some time. There's that hourglass there, and you will be able to move on and you will be successful because this is divinely guided and you do have the persistence in that spark, that divine spark to carry forward. But give yourself a rest if you can. All right, we've got mystical wisdom. Go with the flow, let things happen. You're the type of person, you are like Action Jackson, like that phrase is coming to mind. You're a doer, you're constantly on the move, you're constantly working towards your goals, but it's time to let things happen a little bit. And this goes along with the Hanging Man here. It's time to just sit back and relax and let things be for a minute or two. So I'm picking up with this pile that might be really hard to do, but just see if you can give yourself a little bit of space and focus on your dreams. I'm getting that you're a pile that you're not really into the whimsical, like you're a very grounded, and so it might be time to focus on your dreams and the whimsical images that come up in your dreams and see what kind of symbols that the divine is trying to communicate to you about your best next steps. But right now, the best next step is to just wait and be patient and let things happen. All right. Lady of the Lake, absolute truth, courage, self-respect, responsibility. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is that the divine and your spiritual team is completely behind you in your quest for abundance, your quest for wholeness. The divine is completely behind you every step of the way. That's why this card is coming in. All right, let's see what's next. Alabaster Tablet of Layla. All right. The meaning of this card is that you are going through a transition of some kind in the physical world. There's something in your physical world that has shifted in a big way, causing uncertainty. But your guardian angel is always around, guiding and protecting you. So just know that your guardian angel is around you all the time through this change that's happening in your physical world. I'm not sure the details of that because it could be, since this is a general reading, it could be many things for many different people, but that's the message from this card, that as you're going through this transition, we already got this message, the divine is with you and supporting you, and also specifically your guardian angel wants you to know that your guardian angel is there for you all the time, no matter what is going on. All right. Release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire you rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So with this dream that you're trying to bring into reality, you may have been working on it for a long time, and you're looking at other people that have accomplished this goal, and you're thinking, why not me? And you're looking at what they've done and feeling those feelings of jealousy, which could be holding you back. So jealousy is a heavy energy, and it could be causing a lot of resistance and adding to your exhaustion. So don't look at what everybody else is doing. You just run your own race. Because if you're looking back, always looking at the other guy and what they're doing, it's going to hold you back. It's going to put you behind. So make sure you just focus on you and find a way to wrap your mind around others' successes so that you can be happy for them. And that will change your energy up in a big way and plug up some energy leaks there. And you can even ask your guardian angel, in the name of divine love, guardian angel, please help me release these feelings of jealousy so that I can move forward in my life free of these heavy feelings, or something similar to that. We've got one last card. You are magic. What Spirit wants you to know about this card is that you have the ability to manifest your dreams, and you have been manifesting your dreams. You just haven't seen much physical evidence of those dreams manifesting, but you have planted the seeds and you've got the divine spark. The universe just wants you to know that your dreams will come to reality, and that you are magic. You have everything it takes to make this dream happen, whatever it is. So you just might be in a period of waiting and uncertainty right now, but just wait for guidance before you take your next step, and proceed with confidence. Be proud of the steps you've made so far to achieve your goals, and have that unconditional trust. Okay, I think that's all I have for you today, Pile 4. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, make a comment below and like and subscribe. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.